Hello everyone, welcome back to the Midlife Mom. And today we're going on another biking adventure. My husband's loading up the bikes, and as you can see, it had been raining this morning, but we're just gonna load up anyways. We're gonna take our chances, and we're heading off to Gananoque, Ontario. So we're hoping for the best, that the sun's gonna come out, and we're just gonna take our chances. On longer road trips, I always make sure to bring my crochet project along. And of course, you know, I'm just continuing to work away here at my nephew's blanket. And we always make sure to grab a Tim Hortons coffee before we hit the road. And look at those clouds. Oh my goodness. Fingers crossed. Such beautiful views, and it's so relaxing. We just use this time in the car to listen to some of our favorite music, talk about all the things that happened that week that maybe we didn't get a chance to discuss. And it's just a nice time that you have set aside, and just to look at the views and enjoy, you know, the different things that you see on the side of the road. And now we're on the 401. We're heading east. First stop is Kingston, and then we're going to go on to Gananoque. Today we decided to stop at our favorite Chinese buffet restaurant, the Mandarin in Kingston. As you can see, there's so much variety here. It is one of our favorites because there's just so many options and things to choose from, whatever it is that you like. And here's my husband's choice of food, and there's mine. Don't judge me. We only get to come here every once in a blue moon, but it is so enjoyable, and they have something for everybody. And look at all those desserts. Everything just always looks so good here. And now we're back on the 401, heading on to Gananoque. How was your week? Have you guys had a good week? I'm so happy that you decided to come back and spend a little time on your Sunday with me. I had a pretty good week this week. It was busy. We had our grandchildren, and as much fun as that is, we're just a little bit out of practice. It takes two of us to babysit both of the kids, but we have so much fun. And we're turning off here right now, and it's the Thousand Island Parkway. And we're going to find a spot just up ahead to park in Gananoque. And as you can see, we're right by the water. And there's some people out on houseboats having some summer fun. Isn't that beautiful? We're parking the car, my husband unloaded the bikes, and we're on to the waterfront trail. Surrounded by beautiful boats, cottages, and the St. Lawrence River, Gananoque is known as the gateway to the Thousand Islands, a huge tourist area. So beautiful and tranquil. This stretch of bike path is a popular route for cyclists of all levels. So much to see as you're riding by. We passed this really beautiful bed and breakfast. It's called Riverview, and it was about $180 to $300 a night. And next up was Landon's Bay. We passed over this little inlet here, and it is so beautiful. And look at that gorgeous sky. Next on the trail, we passed a campground, Cosmic Camping it was called. And it was a private campground, and it was pet friendly, and it had an in-ground pool for the kids. And I was so surprised. As I was biking along, I saw this young fawn, and it was so tame. It hardly even went past the trail. It wasn't afraid of me at all, so I was able to just stop my bike on the trail and take this really amazing video of this cute little fawn. And look at how this trail just goes on and on and on. We were actually out for 2 hours that day biking. And of course, we stopped in between to make sure that we drank lots of water. This was such a beautiful video that I got of the water here. The sky was perfect. The water was so blue. And look at that green, the trees and the grass blowing in the wind. And look at those cottages on those tiny little wee islands. I mean, it was so picturesque, but you know, I don't think I'd want to own a cottage on a tiny little wee island like that, but it sure looked pretty. The next thing on the trail we passed was this KOA. When our kids were young, we often stayed at the KOA because they were a nice family-friendly campground. And as we're riding by, there was a turnoff to the bridge to the USA. And here I am, just zipping along in my own little world, enjoying nature. I had to take a clip of this beautiful rock cut in the road. And we're stopping here. We're turning the bikes around, and we're gonna head back to load the bikes back up and head home. That's the end of our trip for this week. Thank you so much for coming along and spending the day with me out in nature. I hope that you've had a great week, and I hope that you're getting out in nature, that you're getting out and enjoying your summer, because it sure is going by quickly. Another week has passed. We're getting ready to start a new week. And I want you to know I'm praying for you, and I'm thinking about you, and I hope that you will be back again next time. Bye now.